Hi y'all, it's Liliana Arts and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be painting in gouache, and to be honest with y'all, this process was actually not bad at first. But before I get to all of that, the brands I'm using today is Arteza, the tube gouache, and I'm also using the Himi gouache. I know sometimes people call it like Mia or Maya gouache or Maya Himi gouache, but I just call it Himi gouache. But nonetheless, this is just me like testing the colors to make sure I'm using the right colors. And I'm still learning how to use gouache, so I'm really just taking y'all along my process and journey with that through my channel. When it comes to like layering things, like it's not really bad. I just tend to be impatient because I do like 3 to 4 layers. Be like, you know what, this kind of cool with me. And honestly, there is no right or wrong way, but I do want to like learn to have like more depth with my paintings and stuff like that. And plus I paint pretty small, but since this is just practice, this is just me learning on like the colors and stuff, so it actually wasn't bad, but I ended up messing it up. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna start over. And I think I also used like the wrong reference. Like the reference I used was really pretty, but it wasn't like a lot of different, like there were different colors in it, but not enough for me to really just distinguish like, oh, this is where I put this and this and this. I kind of had to make it out like a lot. So I think I'm gonna have to use like a different reference for the next one I do. And if you guys like to see that process, comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any tips or anything, and I'll go from there. But so far, like right now, I'm just like layering the colors and then just going in with different layers. And because the technique wasn't like too bad for me, but I think I just definitely need to like be patient when it comes to like building up the layers in gouache. And plus, I could have went a little bit bigger with the drawing too, but honestly, it's really just practice, so I wasn't like too hard on myself. And I'm also just trying to learn to give myself some grace when it comes to painting, because truth be told, my painting process is like longer than like any other processes I have in any of the other mediums. Which isn't like bad or anything, it's just I need to be patient with myself, to be honest. So that's that. And I've been painting for a while, but like when it comes to like painting and gouache, it was different for me, because like when I was younger, I always used like acrylics. But then when I was in college, I started using like oils, like in this one class, and I was like, this not too bad. But then I started like learning gouache for like some time before I started using oils, so it's kind of like a tricky thing, like going between mediums and then just doing art all around. So it's just a matter of just practicing and practicing for me. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. So the next painting I do will probably be in skin again, but I'm gonna have to like find a really good reference, or maybe use myself as a reference. But I'm still pretty proud of myself to even getting this far, because it still looked pretty good. So I'm glad I recorded it. But I did paint over this and painted something different. So yeah. So now this is just me setting up again, because like I try to wait sometimes to like in between like the layers and stuff, because I should have put like a just a base layer of paint underneath before I like started drawing, or even like before I started painting for real. And I didn't do that, so don't be like me. But sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It really just depends. And I was just showing y'all the brushes. The brushes I had used, one of them is from Artist Law, and it's the Artist Law, and it's the round brush, and it's a 0. And honestly, I really do like this brush. I have a love-hate relationship with Artist Law. I think it just depends on like what I'm getting. Like the brushes so far, I like. I just want to get more, or maybe it's another brand. I don't remember. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. And the other brush I used was from Wonder and Whisk, and it's also a round, and it's a size 8. So those like the main two brushes I use. This little water brush I got from someone when I was in college. I just using that to like put water on the gouache to reactivate it and to let it soak a little bit because it can dry out. If you have any tips on how like to keep the gouache like to stay wet, like I've seen stuff like I know people use like a wet paper towel or like a canvas, like where not a canvas but like a palette where it can stay wet. But see, I don't have a stay wet palette. A stay wet palette yet. So yeah, but nonetheless, if you have any tips on like painting skin in gouache or like anything like that, just let me know. But so far, I think right now painting layers is not bad for me. But there's a lot of different ways you can go about painting. I know for sure. And if you see me looking back in the video a lot or like pausing or stopping, I was watching my auntie dog, and I'll just be making sure she good. So yeah. And now I'm really just, I think I was just thinking about how to go about this. But sometimes you just gotta do it. Because sometimes, like, I can think too much when it comes to, like, painting and stuff. Which helps me to not paint enough, actually. And this is just me showing y'all, like, my reference. And, yeah. And if you're wondering why I have 2 jars of water, one is to keep to like wash my brush in, and then the other jar is to like use water to mix my gouache with to make it into a good consistency for me. So that's why I have 2 different jars. And sorry about the clips being a little out of focus because I was trying to like get good angles for y'all. And it's definitely hard when you don't have like a lot of space, or you don't have like, I guess, enough room, because like I tend to like my room is pretty small, so like I kind of have to like just work with it, to be honest. I ain't gonna sit here and try to make up anything. So that's pretty much that. And yeah, sorry about this clip being blurred as well. I'm also trying to learn how to use my camera to like also take videos, because I'm a photographer, so that's why I got a camera. That's my main reason for getting it. But now I've been seeing like how other people film their videos, so it's like, why not try, you know? It don't really hurt to try. So that's what I'm doing. And I think I'm just mixing the colors for the skin tone again, because sometimes like it'll dry out and it don't be like enough for like one color or certain colors. And sometimes I just remix them in general, because sometimes I clean up the palette, because sometimes I just have like a lot of colors on it. So yeah, I realized that a lot of the rest of that last clip was like out of focus, so I took a lot of it out. But now we're back in business a little bit, so I switched the angle, and I'm just trying to like figure out like where to start with the painting again, because sometimes it's kind of just hard to start painting sometimes, and honestly I overthink it. So I'm also just doing some swatches of like the color to see if I like the color, because if you've been working with gouache, or if you haven't, you know, or if you don't know, sometimes like the color when it's wet, it looks different from when it dries. So it's kind of good to like do swatches. And honestly, it's just trial and error, because honestly, you may want the colors will typically dry darker anyway, which is fine with me. I think it's just a matter of like just knowing how to like layer and like having techniques and things like that. So yeah. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I didn't even ask that in the beginning. It's kind of rude. Oh yeah, this is This is a part where I actually painted over it because I actually messed up. I didn't show y'all that I messed up because I was like, yeah, this not gonna work. So I had to like go ahead and just cover. Yeah, I had to go ahead and just cover that up. So I'm painting a lily, and I used the reference off of Pinterest. If I don't include it in this, yeah, you probably could look it up. But I definitely used the reference on Pinterest because it's not my photo. But yep. So I started over, and this is me starting with the flower. And honestly, tell me why this is actually working out better than when I was doing the skin. I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just my approach, or I'm just getting back into painting with gouache, and I'm just doing a little better now. But but why does it look better? Like, I'm not mad, but it's just like I can't be this terrible at painting for real. But I ain't complaining because it's, in my opinion, it looked pretty good so far. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Is it perfect? No. Is it the best thing you ever seen? Probably not. But I do want to thank you for watching, and leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.